Well, Konami Europe just decided to give us some rarities for Blazing Dominion. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more content. They released a little short, and with this short, we got to see a couple of high rarity cards for the set. Starting off, we get to see the Starlight rare for the Crimson King, which is pretty much going to confirm what a lot of us were kind of suspecting. Crimson King's going to be kind of paywalled behind probably an ultra or a secret rare slot. Again, remember, the Crimson King is a very good card for what it actually allows you to do with the overall combo ceiling with the deck. And we've already seen a lot of buyouts kind of being pressured off of the market, especially, the Crimson Gaia higher rarity upgrades that a lot of people have been expecting. If it wasn't going to be Crimson King, it needed to be some of the other high rarity cards in this set that Konami wanted to push, but I think the fact that they're showcasing this at this point as a potential ultra rare is fine. They did not show any of the other Crimson King support as a whole, which is fine. I'm not like super upset about that or anything. This is not a card that I particularly really want to be trying to pull, and I think most people feel the same way. But this does also pretty much mean that the alt art for the Red Nova in this set will be a Starlight rare as, confirmation. So Ultra for this, and then of course the Red Nova will be the other Starlight rare, which, is okay. So for those of you that were wanting the Crimson King stuff, that's okay. Now, Exceptional Schedule ended up making it in, confirmed as a secret rare. And this is a little bit disappointing, because I know there's a few train enjoyers out there that are going to look at this and they're going to go, oh wow, Konami actually... So Exceptional Schedule is, it adds a special schedule or an urgent schedule from your deck to your hand, and then you can special summon a schedule token, Machine Earth level 10, 3000 deck, 3000 defense, to your opponent's field, which then technically would allow you access to, urgent schedule to be able to use. This is actually probably one of the best support cards Train could have got, because if you've played Trains throughout the years, you functionally understand the problems that the deck would encounter was, oh hey, I'm playing urgent schedule in my deck, but I can't do a gosh darn thing with it because, we've opened up into these bricks. So, that was a little bit rough, but fixing that's good. But we can also banish them from the graveyard to target a level 10 machine monster in your graveyard, or banishment. Send a card you control to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that monster. Now, you can only use each effect versions or exceptional schedule once per turn, but it's a search. It gives your opponent a token. You can obviously, pump the token with your card effects so that you're not going to leave your opponent with one of those cards to, functionally put yourself in a bad position. So, yes, Trains. I am truly hoping that Trains are not going to be super expensive based on this, because if that's going to be the case, gosh darn it, man, I do not want to spend a crazy absorbent amount of money just to be able to do this. Now, we got confirmation on Crackle. Now, this is interesting to see Crackle coming in at an ultra rare slot. This does kind of dodge a bullet for the thought process right now as to what might be potentially happening with Rotary. A lot of people believe that Rotary is going to be a secret rare, and I don't really blame you for that. But it's interesting that they particularly pictured Crackle as the advertising point for this. But I guess to be fair, you don't want to go secret rare, secret rare, secret rare in the advertising commercial, because then people are just going to sit there and they're going to go, really, man? This was super expensive. Also, the extra deck cards that you're showing off here, even though you're alluding to a couple of things, it's not super expensive. Also, they did not show Harmonia. Judging by the range of cards that they chose to show here, I think it's going to mean that, you know, Harmonia is either going to be an ultra or a secret. There might be a small world out of this set where Konami chooses to push Harmonia to an ultra rare stat, but the problem is, if they make it an ultra rare, it can potentially be as devastating as releasing it as a secret rare. So just because you got Crackle pictured here as an ultra rare does not mean that dear old Konami is done with you. You might be dealing with an even worse situation where, you know, you might have to deal with secret rotaries on top of Harmonia. So my brain's a little bit like not super ready for that. And then of course we got to see Clown Crew Bianca, the clown deck. So this is actually one of the things that I think a lot of people were kind of worried about. A lot of people were worried that the clown stuff was going to be high rarity. Luckily enough for us, Konami decided to confirm here that at least the headliner boss monster was going to be I would assume this is going to be a super rare. If this is a common, that's crazy to me, but this is good. To the people that, well, I guess this also confirms that you're not going to be able to get it in Starlight Rare. So, I guess that's a little bit disappointing, right? Woo, we can get exceptional schedules available in Starlight Rare, but Biancavasio here is not going to be available as part of it. I do assume that some part of the clown deck will probably make its way into at least one Starlight slot. I cannot imagine that Konami is going to take this and allow it to not get any sort of slots overall. Because if that's going to be the case, then that's just going to be really disappointing to all of the players out there that wanted to get clowns. But cheap and budget. You did see the Slifer deck that we had and the Layer of Darkness decks that a few players have been kind of testing out. We showcased some of the ideas on this channel, and that actually means that this might be a budget Yu-Gi-Oh special in this case. You know, if we're going to see, you know, a massive opportunity of value here for that, then that's a W. I will go ahead and take that, and I will be very happy with that one, Konami. So we'll see where this one goes, but budget Yu-Gi-Oh might be getting another W here. And of course, the biggest reveal was the Dominus. Konami rolling out and confirming that, of course, Dominus Spark is going to be a secret rare. And, you know, during the turn in which your opponent activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, we can activate this card from hand, target a monster your opponent controls, banish it, and then if you have no traps in your graveyard, your opponent can special summon a monster from the hand. Now, if you activated this card from the hand, you cannot activate the effects of of earth, water, fire, and wind monsters for the rest of this duel. And you can only activate one Dominus Spark per turn. The avatar colors you get locked out of, but I don't think that's much of an issue because this card just, it's as good as Dominus Impulse. You gotta remember, I mean, Malice is gonna take a look at this card and they're gonna be like, oh, you know, thanks, I will gladly play this. And, you know, I don't really blame them because it is an incredibly strong card. It does so much strong potential for, you know, upcoming meta decks. Like, it's really crazy to me just to see some of this power scaling that kind of comes with this. So overall, you got 2 secret rares confirmed. We have basically, I would assume, 2 ultras confirmed, and the clowns are going to be super rare, which is not looking too terrible. It's not exciting, but I mean, like, you know, I can work with this. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.